Hi, this is designer Bevin Dunn for Digital Ginger, and you're going to be watching part 2 of the Photographer's Notebook Quickmix demonstration and tutorial. So here's an example of the second layout that we're going to recreate in Memory Mixer. The only thing that's new in this page is that I'm going to show you a few picture editing effects. Also, the background of this page is black. It's not a frame that's over the pictures. So if you wanted to add a different paper or recolor it, you could. I'm going to leave it black for this layout, and we'll see an example of that in the third one. So here I am in Memory Mixer. This is what it looks like when you first start the Quickmix. Pretty easy to add the photos. I'm going to drag and drop the photos in this time. I'm going to show you my drag and drop bar here. So another way to add the photos besides double clicking on a box is to click and drag the photo into your layout. I've already browsed to a folder. Here's a browse button that shows me the place on my computer where I have the photos I want to add. Now this photo was taken in black and white and edited a little bit, just so you know. But we can recreate that effect in Memory Mixer, which is really fun. So here I'm going to take a little picture of a boy and one more picture of some hands holding some shells and rocks. Great. And I'll move my little photo bar over to the side. Now I want that colored photo to match the other photos in its look. And over in the Edit Photo section under Photo Effect, there are quite a few to choose from. I can choose black and white, but I really like that little bit of warm tone that you can get, and they've got a black and white warm, and I'll click OK. And because I want them all to be the same sort of black and white photo, I'll add that to the little boy, same, and I'll add that to the larger photo as well. Even though it has a little bit of a sepia tone already, I think if I make them all match exactly, it'll look a little better. So this layout was super easy, fast to create. All it really needs is some journaling. I've got my journaling from Microsoft Word already copied, so I'll open up a text box, paste it in, and it's really about it. Now the font that I'm using for this is Cantanio Light. Not even sure if I'm saying that right. Some of these fonts, you know, the names are just crazy. There we go. And I already know that I want a size of 20 point, so I'm going to put that in there ahead of time. Save us a little bit. And it's a little dark, so I'm going to use the automatic white text button. Drag it over to my journal area. And I think it would look a little bit better if it's center aligned. There we go, it's perfect. Now I could add another little caption to this caption area down here. Just for time, I think we'll move on to the next layout. Now the third layout here is going to show us some new things in coloring the background to match the photograph and a little bit with the text boxes. So in this layout, again, we have a situation where the photo frame is covering the photo box. So we're going to just have to quickly send that to the back. And now I can double click to add a photo, or I can drag the photo from the photo bar on the left. I'm choosing a tall photograph to match the layout. It's also the same boy that you'll recognize on the first layout. Now, the crop box, the photo editor, is coming up, and it's asking me if you want to chop the top part or the bottom part. I want to keep his legs in the picture, so I'm pulling that box down. Okay. And then I'm going to send that photo to the back again so that the kind of grungy part of the frame shows in front of the photo. Now, this page does have a background that's white, and I think for this photo I'd prefer to color it. So that's a really simple thing to do, and I'm going to do it to match colors in the photo. If you go to the background tab, which is on the left, you can choose paper or choose quick mixes. I'm going to choose a color. And just like you can color text, you can also use the picker option to color the backgrounds for your pages. I'm gonna, I think, choose a nice light gray color and say OK. Looks great. Now I'm ready to add some text to this, and for this particular option, I've got one text box already started just to get us going a little faster. I just typed in the word ocean and picked a font called Downcome, and you can get that at dafont, dafont.com. I'm aligning that up to the top. Now here's a case where I think using line spacing to get 4 different options, it's going to be a little harder because I want them all to be a little different from each other. So here's another way. Once you get one box up, you can just click on it, and then you can use your copy and paste buttons at the top to get the same box, same size, same font, and all I do is double click, and then I can re-edit the words that are in the text box. So I'm going to say in La Jolla, because that's where we were that day, and I'll move that down. And then I can copy and paste that again, retype the text, and I'll have another box called Cove, because we were in La Jolla Cove. So I've got these ones pre-made. Now, one thing that I want to do with these last 2 boxes, so notice how the journal area around it is a little bit tilted, and I want to tilt the text to match, and that's pretty simple. I just go over to the rotate box, and you can pick how many degrees you want to rotate to the left or to the right. Now to the left there's negative numbers, and I want it to tilt just a little bit, and I find it easier to just type the numbers when they're small numbers. So I'm going to type in -2 for -2 degrees. Perfect. And for July I want it to tilt the other way, so I'm going to pick a positive number, probably 2. Yeah, it looks great. So in this layout, easy to add a photo, but we can also change the color of the background to match the photo. I like a nice subtle color. We could have picked a real bright color, picked it right from the orange that's on his shorts. I'm keeping this kind of a rather muted overall book. Now the next layout that we're going to go to, show you a sample, is this layout. Now overall the photo is considered high key. It's a very light photo, and so I'm choosing to put this in one of the white photo frames. And what's really pretty is you get this little white fade from the right to the left, and that's actually a part of the frame in the kit itself, so in the Quickmix. So you'll be able to do that effect as well. So what you'll find in your layouts is something similar to what I'm going to have happen in just a second, which is that the photo that you choose or that you want to use may not be set up exactly the way the layout is set up. So here's a case where I have the frame, and I'm going to need to send that to the back to add my photo, and I'm just going to quickly drag the photo I want onto the text box, the photo box, sorry. So this little boy is going to go in, and when I send this picture to the back behind the frame, you'll see the problem. You can probably see it already with the journal area too. Yeah, the fade is kind of coming in to his face. Well, that's also a really easy fix. All I need to do is flip the frame to the other direction. So I'll click on the frame, and there's a mirror button over here that'll make it go from the left to the right. There we go. Now it's perfect. Now the fade is coming in and it doesn't bother him. I'm going to do the same for the journal area, give it a mirror, and pull it over to the side. It was one of my bracket versions, but I decided to just use a corner of it over here. And this layout's done. See how fast these quick mixes go? They're great. All I need to do is add a little bit of text, and this is what the finished layout looks like. Just a beautiful day to believe in summer. So this concludes our Quickmix demonstration, but remember there's actually quite a few more pages in the Quickmix. We only worked with 4, but there's 6 more layouts, black and white. And if you've got Memory Mixer already and you have not registered it, then you can go to memorymixer.com/registration and enter my promo code M0015535, and you'll get a 30% off coupon for the Quickmix or any other products that you want to buy in the store.